So my boy Bravo was already a top tier hero in the commoner format, but with some huge pickups in around the table, he's gotten even better. And today we're looking at my newest commoner Bravo list, trashing my previous Re7 value build for a more aggressive over-the-top style thump pummel build. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, Commoner fans! We know you're passionate about your format, and it's time to show it. Flesh and Blood Commoner videos historically underperform, not just in views, but in engagement. Show your content creators that Commoner matters, both by liking and leaving a comment on this and other Commoner videos to encourage engagement. See you on the tables, and go Commando. Hey there, my Flesh and Blood friends, and welcome back to another Commoner video here on Dice Commando, and go again, a fabulous cast. That's right, your Commoner source, apparently, for Flesh and Blood. But today we're talking my boy Bravo, obviously shown here in adult form, but he is my main in the Commoner format. Really enjoy playing him because of just the wide field. Again, Commoner format, as I've said many times on here, is something where you can just sit down and run up against anything. And Bravo seems to be the best at handling the field at large, and that's why I prefer him. Now, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go through kind of a top-down of my previous list, why I liked that, and then we're going to jump ahead into the new list. The new list is below. I know you'll click on that and like, subscribe, all that, right? You get it. But I think having the conversation of why I'm jumping from one to the other and talking about the specific cards, I think it will add value to you in understanding the deck and kind of the play structure, okay? So what I have up right now, once I can get to it, is my previous lists, okay? So my previous list, and we're not going to go through it card by card, but I want you to see the concept, okay? So again, this was a pre-sideboard list, right? This was a way back in the day, type deal, okay? But you can see on there I have Barraging Bronhide, I've Come to Fight, I have Wounded Bull, and what I had found after playing this at many, many Commoner Crawl events was that the 3/7 value, the Crush the Weaks and stuff like that, they're very good. I mean, you're in theory, right, you're 4/8s. You're like, oh, I'll just pitch 2 blues to be able to dominate a 4/8. Not saying that's not good. It is. It's very good. But what I ended up finding was that it wasn't punching through enough damage for what I had to take in order to have a 3-card hand in the Commoner format. And what that led me to was this Come to Fight build, which I really like. So it itself is a card that defends for 3. But it's that same math, except that one of them you can arsenal, right? So you can throw that Come to Fight, and to be fair, you can throw your Choke Slam or your 4/8 or whatever into arsenal. I get it. But it was helping to push that damage to carry over the top. So what I was doing was I was putting Come to Fight in arsenal and waiting for the opportunity to come up in which I would, with 2 blues in hand and a red 3/7 or maybe 3/8 if I was down on Wounded Bull, you Come to Fight, you dominate, you 3/7, right? So that's the gist of my previous deck. Now, obviously, we had the Oasis Respites in there and all that, and I had Blue Pummels, right? Because you had to have what you had to have. There was no sideboarding. You had to approach the field, okay? So now let's switch over, and you will notice we just went from FabDB to February. The reason is that as the time I'm shooting, I prefer FabDB. I prefer the way that they do business and all that, but as of the time of this, they do not have around the table in the system yet. So we're over at February, so you can have what you want. I know, everyone can make their own decision on that, and fair enough. Now, one of the things you'll notice on this is you're like, Andrew, we have a sideboarding format now, and your loadout's awful big. I hear that a lot, huh? All right, but seriously, sorry, apologies, but I still believe that sitting down with a lot of AB and Bravo makes a lot of sense. He's very robust, and he's very versatile as it is. So I think that having the flexibility of being able to go between having a lot of AB, and then you'll see down here, I have Oasis Respites and Anathos also there, right? I really, really like Anathos into, again, we have a wizard heavy meta up here in Portland. I really like being able to run Anathos into wizards because it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to swing for 4. You're going to hit me. Well, now I'm swinging for 6, and I just saved 3 health with my AB. I love it. It's my play. That's why my deck is built this way. All right. You can make your call whether you like it or not. And that's completely fair. I respect that. What I've done for the main deck here, so this is a 40 card main deck. So you see the only actual sideboard cards I'm running in terms of cards for the deck are Oasis Respite. Okay. What I have for this 40 card deck is something similar to what I had, but you can see that I am running Come to Fight now and red Earth Lore Empowerment, because Earth Lore Empowerment freaking rocks. That card is an amazing card, period, and it's a common. I think you'd be crazy not to run it in this format. And with the fact that you can run now Come to Fight and Earth Lore Empowerment and Pummel, not running Thump is kind of silly. So we're running Thump, right? Reminder that Thump, if you can come in with its value higher, dominate card difference, right? Now, to the Pummel point on that, right, just to put everyone in, if you're catching up on this, just put in concept, if you play Thump alone and then you Pummel it, they still have an opportunity. It would gain dominate once Pummel resolves, but they still have an ability to de-react before your Pummel resolves, right? So it doesn't necessarily have dominate in the truest sense of the word when you Pummel it. And that's why combining it with a Come to Fight, which is an in-turn pump up, or a Earth Lore Empowerment, which is a turn before pump up, I think makes a lot of sense. Right, now, specifically to Earth Lore Empowerment, we go up and I am playing Mage Master Boot. So I have dropped the previous boots I was playing with. I was just playing Iron Rot before. Many of you know from my Bravo decks, I like to play Snappies with Exude, but that's not a common. So I've issued here to Mage Master Boots to let me do Mage Master's Earth Lore Anathos, or Mage Master's Earth Lore Titan's Fist, right? Whatever works in the particular matchup. I think that's very strong, and it also helps you get what you need into the pitch zone to be able to make sure you're swinging, plus you're still presenting something offensively. And if they take that 4, knowing that you just play, like, I don't think they're going to take that 4 knowing that you just played an Earth Lore. I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see how they play it. And it's commoner format, so you never know. But I think it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to know, not only am I looking for this turn, what do I have to do next turn? Plus, I'm probably going to take conservatively 6 or 8 next turn. I think it's a lot of pressure to put on your opponent. All right, so let's run down the deck. I'm playing Cartilage Crush, red, Chokeslam, well, red and blue for Cartilage Crush. The problem I will point out with Cartilage Crush, Crush Confidence, and Crush the Weak is that they're, in terms of the blues, is that they're all not poppers. Okay, but they still defend for 3. You have enough poppers in this deck, I think, to hold up in the case that you meet a Prism, or I should say an Illusionist, but a Prism, let's be honest. Actually, that's not being honest, because Dramai actually is kind of a pain in the butt for you, right? Because you kind of don't have what you need to do. There is an argument to run, like a Randish or something like that. I have done that in the past, but we just don't have the room for that. Okay, now the only off Guardian card I have in here is Wounded Bull. I still think it's very, very good value in this format, so I'm running it just to make sure that you catch that before you Earth Lore it, because it very specifically says Guardian. Come to Fight works with it, though. And again, Come to Fight into a Wounded Bull dominated when you're down. Oof, that's dirty. Oh, that's dirty. Right, so we've got the Cartilage Crush, red-blue, Chokeslam, red-blue, Come to Fight, red, Crush Confidence, red-blue, Crush the Weak, red-blue, Earth Lore Empowerment. We have both the primary D-Reacts. We have a red Pummel. I've taken out blue Pummel in this case because I actually swapped that 1-to-1 for blue Thump. Blue Thump only swings 4 for what it does, but if you can pump it, it does the thing, right? I mean, card control in this format's very strong. Wounded Bull, and then we have, kind of the core ones: Buckling Blow, Debilitate. They're poppers. They're blue. Why would you not? Macho Grande blue, and then of course Unmovable. Okay, of course Unmovable. And then remember Oasis Respite in the drink. Okay, for the matches you think you'll need it in. Right. So again, sideboarding has been really big for Bravo because, basically just because of the 2 slots. And actually, to be fair, I think sideboarding's probably hurt him comparative to the field, because I don't think a lot of his flexibility came in what he was going to wear into battle before, in my opinion, which didn't hurt him before. So the fact that other people can kind of use those slots elsewise probably did lose him a little bit in terms of kind of, the race, the competitive advantage, but he's still really strong, and Earthborn Empowerment is just absolutely freaking phenomenal. So anyway, that's my list. Please give it some reps. Please enjoy. I probably shouldn't be giving people my list before I head into Commoner Crawl, but here we are. That's what we do here. So anyway, folks, let me know what you think. Please enjoy and go Commando.